Welcome to your favorite bookish podcast, Fully Booked and Caffeinated. I'm Kelsey.
And I'm Heather.
And today we have our year-end episode where we're going to talk about all of the books we read. Not all the books we read. That would be so long. We're not going to do that.
That'd be a very long episode.
We're going to talk about some highlights. If you want to hear about all the books we've read, go back and listen to the Bookish Banter episodes because we have talked about all the books.
It's true.
Today, we're going to focus on some podcast-specific books and then some of our non-podcast reads. This is spoiler-free, so listen along, even if you haven't read some of these books.
Okay.
Not that you'll know until after we say it. You know what I mean, okay?
Just listen along anyways. It's fine. Everything's fine.
Just listen to this episode, unless you already turned it off.
Just love us forever.
Oh, goodness. Listen. We're doing our best, as
Truly.
usual. Okay. What are you drinking? I forgot that that's part of what we do here.
Off to a great start. End of the year. Woohoo! I just have water right now, but this morning, I did go to Dunkin'. I know that you and everyone else texted me today about that Dunkin' code, but apparently they put a fucking limit on it. Which is wild to me. So when I went to go put it in, wouldn't work. And I was like, whatever, it's fine. But I went to Dunkin' and I got my iced caramel. And it was good.
Okay.
Today. It's been kind of hit or miss lately. Which has been slightly disappointing. But today, it was good. So, I'll take it.
That's good. Yes, like you said, got Dunkin' today because I got a free one. And I was passing the good Dunkin' because I had to take Moo to the vet this morning. So I got my butter pecan iced coffee. It was delicious. And they actually made it right, except I got my donut because I needed a little donut on the side.
Little pick-me-up.
And I wanted a chocolate frosted with sprinkles. And they gave me a strawberry frosted with sprinkles. And this is a crime because when I was younger, strawberry frosted was my favorite donut. But now they actually have strawberry flavoring in it.
Yeah.
It used to just be like pink vanilla, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So now it's not even good anymore. Plus my donut was stale as hell. I almost broke a tooth. I was like, Duncan, why are you doing this to me?
That's crazy.
So this is just a lesson that we truly can't have it all. You know?
No, truly. Cannot.
But who am I to complain about my free coffee? Anyway, and my not free donut, but still. All right. Cheers.
I feel like we're going to be boycotting Dunkin' in 2026.
Honestly, because who do they think they are with this, first of all, every time I do a mobile order, they always mess it up. Actually, every time I do a mobile order everywhere, they mess it up. But
that's annoying.
It's so annoying. And why are you charging so much for your mediocre coffees? And why are the coupons only good for an iced coffee? Why can't I get a latte or a cold brew? And I have a lot of negative things to say, okay? I don't mind paying for a coffee if it's consistently good.
I agree with that. That's what's frustrating is because obviously I feel like if you get lucky and it's the worker that makes the coffee correctly, Yahoo, but it's like Russian roulette.
And it could really just ruin your whole day.
Literally, though.
So anyway, let's talk about some books.
All right, let's do it.
All right, so we're going to start with pod-specific books. What was your favorite book? Let me just say up front, I have 2 answers for almost all of these categories. I am. Oh, you don't?
No. I don't think so. Let me double check. No.
For the first 3, I do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whatever. No, I can't follow directions.
But I probably could. But I could on the fly come up with 2, so it's fine.
Listen, this is our show. We can do whatever we want. So,
it's
okay,
true.
What is your favorite book that we covered on the podcast in 2025?
Well, actually, I do have 2 answers to this because I was torn between 2. So I could give you
there we
2.
Go. Let's hear it.
My number 1 was First Time Caller by B.K. Borison, which was actually not included, obviously, in my top 5 reads for non-pod, but it was like one of my top reads of 2025.
Okay.
So it was definitely First Time Caller, and then The Dead Romantics by Ashley Poston.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I love both those picks. I was super happily surprised with First Time Caller, for sure.
I know. Mm-hmm. I was happy that like you enjoyed it, because obviously I know romance novels with you are gonna be hit or miss. So
I'm surprised. I thought that one of your favorites would be non-romance. Just switch things up. Not
you
today.
know what? 2025, I was like looking through all my reads. It was my year of romance. Like, no lie.
Yeah, like 80% romance, I would say.
Yeah, like I literally was looking through. I was like, oh, did I read anything?
Because I feel like since at least June, you've been only romance.
Full-blown romance.
Yeah, yeah. So that tracks. That definitely tracks.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not mad about it.
Okay. Yeah. My two favorite books that we covered was House in the Cerulean Sea. Mm-hmm. I actually really loved that. And Slewfoot, which is cheating because it was my second read, but I still loved it. So
so TJ Klune, that was the first time you read it. You didn't read that one twice?
No, I didn't read that one twice.
For some reason, I don't know why I thought you read that one twice.
No, I read a different book by TJ Klune.
I think that's what I'm thinking.
And that's how I knew that I would like him. Mm-hmm. But that was last year, I think.
Yeah.
All right, so let's move on to the least favorite book we covered. I have a feeling we're both going to have the same answer.
Is it Botanical Daughter?
Sure is. It sure is.
The book that I literally speed read through like the last back half of the book. And by speed read, I mean like skimmed.
Yeah. The book that I started, the audiobook, and as soon as it started, I went, oh no. But it was too late to change. Because, I start reading like 4 days before we record.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And then also I disliked One Day in December.
Yes.
And I know that that's just recency bias because that one we finished so recently. But Botanical Daughter was definitely worse.
But you really didn't like One Day in December, so I think that that's valid. No matter, even if it was the first book we read in 2025, it doesn't matter the timing.
Yeah, I agree. It just feels fresher. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right. So along that same vein, what about most disappointing book that you hoped would be good but just did not deliver?
It feels like I read this. Mine actually is the very first one we did, which was The Perfect Marriage by Geneva Rose. And I was like, was that an episode from this season? Because like I actually felt like I read it 5,000 years ago. Mm-hmm. And no, it was our January episode.
Our very first episode.
And ironically, it's one of the most listened to episodes of 2025.
No way, really?
So yeah, like
that is surprising because so many people love that book.
I think that one had like over 200 downloads.
Wow.
So I was like, oh, cool. So the book that I was so hyped up that everyone loves was the most disappointing book that we covered for me, personally.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I totally agree with that pick. I didn't pick that because that was my second time reading it, but for mine, they weren't super disappointing. It was just that and the entire internet led me to believe that these are 12-star books.
Yes.
God of the Woods and Wild Dark Shore.
Good choices.
I feel like God of the Woods has been on, well, it was also for like the Goodreads pick. It didn't win, but it was one of the nominees for the best one of the year. Yeah. I didn't think it was bad. I enjoyed it.
Yeah. We'll revisit Wild Dark Shore because that comes up again for me later. But
okay.
God of the Woods, I agree. I feel like it was definitely an overhyped book, but I did like it. It was just very long. I think it was one of those books that could have been 150 pages shorter.
And there was so many POVs.
Yeah, which it gets hard to follow. Because there were also like short POV chapters too.
Yeah, definitely. Okay. So opposite of that, Most surprising, one that you had low hopes, but it actually ended up being a good read.
I don't even want to say that's low hopes. I'm going to go with most surprising was I was surprised by how much I loved it.
Okay.
And for me, that was The House in the Cerulean Sea.
Okay.
Because I didn't know what to expect. Like I had never, that was my first TJ Klune novel. And I was kind of just going into it like, going into it blind realistically and not really knowing what to expect. And I ended up absolutely loving it. So
yeah, I think that's a good pick. Mine is Dead Romantics.
Nice.
Because I didn't, not that I had low hopes, but I
no,
feel
but
like
you just didn't know. Yeah.
Yeah, and like with romance, I can go either way. Sometimes I love them, sometimes I'm like, eh. But I didn't expect to connect so much with that one.
I know.
Or to cry so much.
I know. Every time like I'll read certain books that I choose and I'm like, God damn, I should have like trigger warning this book before I chose it.
I know, which is actually so funny because have you seen Broken Country?
I want to read that one.
Okay, me too. And I was gonna pick it for January, but it literally starts with a dog dying.
Great. Love that.
And I was like, I have picked way too many books where there are animals dying. I can't pick this one. But I did buy it for my aunt for Christmas, and I told her to let me know how it is.
Yeah, so. That one has been on my in my sights.
Yeah, I've been seeing it everywhere, and they have it like on the display at the library. So every time I go in, I'm like, should I read it? So eventually. All right. What was your favorite episode as far as the book discussion that we had?
For me, it was definitely a Midnight Library.
Me too.
Because I just feel like, I mean, we both came out of that with like existential crises, but it was that was like the book that I read this year that really made me like think and just like really sit with it after I finished it.
It stays with you for sure.
Yeah, and so I think the books that really make you reflect on your current position in life, your future, your past, and then also other people's, you know, because like, you know, thinking of like you and like Eric and everyone else and just kind of what would happen if you led 1,000 different lives. So I really enjoyed that one.
Yeah, I have such a love-hate relationship with these kind of books because it's so hard to think of those things, and it's so hard to, you know, think about how like one small different choice could have changed your life. Although I did just finish this book by Chuck Tingle where he's talking about how basically like historical inertia. So like even if we didn't make that one decision, the ending would still be the same.
Okay, that's
you
interesting.
know, like the wings of the butterfly or something like, and it's so hard because like we don't know which one is the truth, and so thinking about it, it's like, oh my God, I'm stressing out thinking about these things that I'm never going to know if they're real or not. But at the same time, it's so good for us to think like that.
Yeah, I mean, it sends me in spirals, but like, I mean, I agree. I think that sometimes you kind of need to spiral just a little bit.
Just a little bit. Just to keep you healthy. Yeah, I think especially as I get older and like as so many changes, and I know as you like becoming a mom and stuff, it's like those things just hit so different.
Yeah. Yeah, they really do. It's like crazy because it's, you know, it's interesting when you read certain books at certain points in your life. Because if I had read The Midnight Library 4 years ago, I wouldn't have felt the way I felt about it at the point of where I am in life today.
100%. If we had read 1984 in high school, we never would have gotten through it.
Which I also enjoyed that discussion too. Like I will say, as always, like I feel like the books that are so hard hitting and relatable in like the current political climate is crazy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I think that we always have obviously good discussions around them because it's so it's so easy to, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the themes are there.
100%. 100%.
All right, so I figured we'd have some overlap on these. All right, anything else regarding podcast
I
reads?
realized we didn't do anything about movies, the movie episodes, because we like just started them, and I know we only had like half a year.
Yes.
So I like this. I just thought of this. So I guess what was what was the favorite one we discussed for you?
I need to look at what movies we covered. All I remember is The Grinch because that was the other day.
That was a good one.
It was a good one. I think mine probably was 10 Things I Hate About You.
Yeah, that's
because it was our first one, and that is just such a nostalgic classic that we both love so much. So I think if I had to pick, I'd probably go with that one.
Yeah, I think for me it's The Shining, just because like I learned so much more lore without that I never really would have known if I wasn't researching the movie.
Yeah, that's such a good point.
To discuss it. You know, like I had no idea that Stephen King fucking hated the movie. You know, so.
And then listening to the book after knowing that made me think of that so much differently too. So that's a really good point.
So I think that mine's probably The Shining.
Okay. Yeah, good call because Okay. All right. So non-pod reads. This is where we're going to have some, probably no overlap. We'll see.
I doubt it.
Yeah, this yours. You read 80% romance. We already said this.
And we didn't really read any of the same books that
besides
book
club, but like
besides book club, to be honest.
But half of those we covered on the podcast.
Yeah, so.
All right, so what is an author you discovered this year that is now an auto buy?
Mine is actually Stephanie Garber, the one that wrote the Caraval series, and she has a couple other ones too. I had Caraval on my book cart for like the past like 3 years, and I only just picked it up this year, and I was like very happy with her writing, and I definitely will be buying anything she writes now because she's a really good romantasy author.
I like that. Yeah, you really liked that one.
I did. I really did.
All right. This is going to be a shock because I have 2 answers.
Okay.
And both of them are men.
Okay.
That's shocking.
Is one Matt Haig?
Yes. One is Matt Haig. But now that I'm looking at this, the other one was TJ Klune, but I had already read a TJ Klune book. So I guess it's just Matt Haig.
Fair. But also, and I agree with that one too. That's a good one.
And it's funny because I've only read one of his. I bought another one, but all of them seem so interesting. It's just, he's definitely one of those authors that I have to be in the right mindset to read.
Yes. I agree with that because he makes you think. He really makes you put your emotional brain to work.
Like that's not something I'm going to read over Christmas break because I don't want to think.
No.
I simply cannot. Okay, so now let's get into our top 5 reads of the year, non-podcast. Hit me with them. Let's hear it.
We rotate, right?
Yes.
So are we
starting with 1 or are we starting with 5? Wait, I didn't put them in order.
I mean, they're not in order either, but I mean, like, we rotate. Like, I say 1, you say 1.
Yes.
Yes, right? That's usually how we do it.
Yes.
All right, my first is The Night and the Moth by Rachel Gillig, which was... Mine go from, like, most recently read to, like I like was looking at my Goodreads and I was like just taking it from that, so it's like most recent to to the earlier. So yeah, mine's The Night and the Moth by the audiobook that took me 2.5 months to finish. But I liked it, I swear. It wasn't for lack of dislike of the story. It was
But
just
that is so funny because it's like if it was a physical book, there's no way it could be your favorite if it took you that long to read. But
I
like with
know.
an audiobook, it's so different.
Yeah, because I only listened to it in the car, and sometimes there was just evenings after work where I was like, I cannot fathom concentrating on a book right now. So
Because it's definitely a book you have to concentrate on.
So yeah, that's my first one.
Okay, I like it. My first one is Vera Wong's Unsolicited Advice for Murderers by Jessie Q. Sutanto.
That also it seems crazy to me that we read that this year.
I know, because it was definitely towards the beginning of the year. It feels like it was so long ago, but this was probably my favorite audiobook I've ever listened to.
Oh, the book was so freaking good.
So freaking good.
So good.
And like, I don't even know if I would have.
We should add that as a category.
Oh, favorite audiobook.
Not right now because I can't think, but for next year.
Okay. Good
although my favorite audiobook was probably Vera Wong. But The House on Cerulean Sea was a really good audiobook too.
I was thinking that too.
The voice acting was phenomenal. I'm just going to write that down anyways.
Yeah, I could go either way with those. Okay, what's your next top read?
Caraval by Stephanie Garber.
Okay.
It was actually hard to decide because I read all three in the series. I read Caraval, I read Legendary, and then I read Finale. And Legendary was very close, but I think I had to go with Caraval because it was a little less chaotic than Legendary.
Okay.
And I think that it was just a really good building of like the story and where it was going.
Well, and it also gets extra points for getting you into it so much that you wanted to read the whole series. So
yeah,
I get that. I definitely want to read that one, Caraval.
I'll give it to you. I have all three. I bought them.
True. Yes, I remember that. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, and I didn't get to it this holiday season, but I did have Spectacular, which is the Christmas novella.
Okay. My next one is Maeve Fly by C.J. Lead. I'll never stop talking about this book.
When did you read that one?
I think early summer.
Yeah, right? It was like mid.
And that one I listened to the audiobook too. I know I was definitely in my new house by then, so I think it was early summer. But
the flies.
Exactly. But just, I mean, female serial killer.
You can't go wrong.
To people who deserve it. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
What
it's
can
a female
I say?
Dexter. You like it.
Exactly. All right. Next.
One Golden Summer by Carly Fortune, which that one probably, if I had to like, that would be my number one read of the year.
Okay.
For sure.
I love that.
Yeah. Because that was actually the book that I read this summer that did jumpstart me into like my full-blown romance era, but it's also the book that I was in such a book slump prior to that. Like I really was only reading pod books and stuff like that. I was like looking at my like early, and I was like, wow, I actually didn't read as much as I thought I did the early half of the year. But after I read that, I just was flying through books. So
yeah,
it did
I remember when, because then you started doing the Kindle Unlimiteds and just like banging through them. But I didn't realize it was that book. That was the book
that got me out of the book slump.
Okay, and you knew you were going to love it, but you didn't know you were going to love it. You know?
Loved it.
Wonderful. Okay, my next is Atmosphere by Taylor Jenkins Reid.
I knew that was going to make your list.
Oh, I loved it so much. And she loves a lesbian story.
She does.
So do I. And I love a story about women in history who are underestimated.
I agree. She hasn't like released anything too much about her next novel, except that it's going to be about like it's going to be about, I think it's 3 women, and it's kind of going to be like a Thelma and Louise vibe, I think.
Ooh, I love that.
Yeah. I remember watching some like TikTok or clip of her doing an interview, and she briefly discussed her next novel. And she said it's basically about kind of like the darker side of women, I think. Women who don't do the right thing kind of scenario.
Ooh, my favorite kinds.
Yeah, if I recall correctly. Yeah, I know that it wasn't really going to be, I think, like making the right choice every time.
Okay. I like that. I like that a lot.
Yeah, me too.
Okay. What was next for you?
Enchantra, whichever one, by Kaylee Smith.
Okay.
So that was probably the spiciest book out of the 5 for my top 5 reads. And this was the follow-up to Phantasma, which I read last year, which I think also made it to my top 5 last year. And I'm excited because there is going to be, she actually just released who the third one is about in the series. And
nice.
So I'm really, really excited. So that'll be good. I'm pretty sure that one will also come out this year. So probably going to be on my top 5 in 2026.
Wow, that would be amazing.
To be seen.
No pressure, but also that would be so crazy to have 3 in this series, 3 years in a row. I'm going to sound like such a hater, but Kaylee Smith is the most unimaginative name for a romantasy author.
I know.
You said that and I was like, who? Sounds like she should be getting you to join her MLM instead, but
yeah, and it's like a dark romance, dark supernatural-esque romance.
Good for her.
Yeah.
I love it. Okay. My next one was When the Wolf Comes Home by Nat Cassidy. This one was just a lot of fun. Actually, 3 out of my 5, I listened to the audiobooks.
This was your audiobook year, though.
It really was, because I had no time to sit down and read, but I did all of my, on-the-go reading was audiobooks. I'm just so thankful that we got into audiobooks.
Me too.
Yeah, so When the Wolf Comes Home, I really liked it. I thought it was the perfect mix of like gory, but also supernatural and monster horror.
Yeah.
And I think I was really surprised by it because I don't normally like werewolves. Sounds like such a weird thing to say, unless it's like Jacob, but I mean, that was different. I was Team Jacob until I realized that he was 14. Anyway, I digress. The point is, I am apprehensive when it comes to werewolves after that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But this one changed my mind, I guess. I don't know. All right, I'm done.
If you say so.
What was your last but not least?
Rewind It Back by Liz Tomford.
Okay.
Which was the final in her Windy City series. And I'm very sad that it's over. So I'm looking forward to what her next series is going to be. I have no idea. She did like she does have a book coming out next year that I'm excited for, and it has to do with like characters from this what's the word I'm looking for? This universe.
Oh, universe. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but they're not like main characters, and it's not like it's going to be part of like the Windy City series specifically. It's kind of like its own book with characters just from that. So
okay,
I am looking forward to that for 26.
Okay, I like that. How many were in that series? 4 or 5?
5. So
Okay.
that was the fifth and final.
Wow, and the 5th one was your favorite.
Well, yeah, because I read the other ones last year.
Oh, okay.
I read the other 4 last year, and they were all so good. Like, okay. That's probably when people like want to get into sports romance. That's like the one I recommend.
Yeah, I remember you really liked it when you read it
because she does all of them. Like it was hockey, baseball, basketball.
Okay.
So like she didn't do just one specific sport. She did a couple.
She doesn't discriminate on the sports.
No, and now like sports romance is gonna fly off because with the heated rivalry stuff.
Oh, 100%. And you're gonna be like, I have recommendations because I was already in that world.
Exactly. I do have a couple.
Okay. All right. My last is Bury Your Gaze by Chuck Tingle. Because not only was it a really good book, but it was also very fun. And it gave me Scream vibes because in Scream 2 where there's like this parallel universe in the movie where they're talking about the Stab movies.
Yes.
That's what I felt like with this. Like they're in Hollywood talking about a TV series while a real life slasher is happening.
Okay. I like that.
And you know how much I love Scream, so.
I know. And I know that you were looking forward to reading that, so I'm glad that one ended up being good.
Yeah, so I'm happy about that. Okay, not bad for our top 5. I like it. Mine were not all horror, surprisingly.
No, you actually had a nice batch.
Mix in there. Okay. All right. What is the most overrated book you read this year?
So mine actually was Wild Dark Shore. Okay. And I know it's like a non-pod, but I was like looking through and I was like, no, like this was actually the most overrated book I read this year because like people were so hyping it up, and then like we said, like it just fell so flat. Like it did, it had potential. I think that her storytelling, character-wise, was so good. Just like her world building wasn't for me.
Yeah, and I think that it resonates with a lot of people because it has those kind of real world issues that it's not being too on the nose about.
Yeah.
Like the global warming and stuff like that. I think just because we read so many books like this, it just felt a little
That's
all
the
over
thing
the
too.
place.
Like, and we've talked about that. Like, we're kind of so oversaturated in a sense. So when people are hyping up a book, I think it's hard for us to. It has to like really impress us, I think.
Yeah, I agree. Especially a thriller, because I feel like with like romance, it's all about the characters. With horror, it's all about the creativity. But with thrillers, there's only so much you can do.
Yep.
So I like that pick, and that was a nominee for the Goodreads too.
It was.
Okay. I'm glad that other people liked it, but
yeah, no, me too. I mean,
I liked it more.
Yeah, it wasn't like it was like terrible. I thought that it was too hyped.
Yeah. My most overrated book is The Favorites by Lane Fargo.
Yeah, you didn't like that one.
And everyone is calling that a sports romance, which, like, sure, but it's not what I think of as a romance because these people hated each other.
So it's like a hate romance.
Yeah, but then they were like cheating on each other and like abusing each other. I don't know. Not the kind of romance I'm into. Yeah, but I did see a lot of people love it. I think just because it's like you don't see that many books like this about like ice skating and about like that world and stuff. So I get it. And it was a book of the month, so I know a lot of people read it on there. But yeah, it didn't do it for me, unfortunately. It took me a long time to get through too.
That's when you know.
I was like, this is boring, but I have to finish it. Anyway. Okay, on the flip side, how about the most underrated book you read this year?
I think the most underrated, I'm actually going to go full series. So I'm going to do Lauren Asher's Dirty Air series, which was the one that was about like the F1 drivers. I feel like it's not like as well known as her other series, like with the billionaires and stuff. So I think it's because she wrote these ones first, so they were kind of like older.
Okay.
But I wish that I would see people talking about them more because I feel like they were a really good romance series. Okay. Thick books too, actually. You know when Goodreads does the kind of like a synopsis of your year?
Yeah.
And it was like one of her books was one of the longest ones I read.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. And that's crazy because you read some fantasy books this year.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
So they're definitely chunkers, but I thought that they were really good.
Well, the fact that you still like them that much and they were that long, because I know a lot of the times you don't like long romance.
But no, those ones were good.
Okay. Mine is actually Poppy Fields by Nikki Ehrlich.
Oh, nice.
I haven't seen a lot of people talking about this
I
book,
haven't either.
and it's so surprising because not that The Measure was that popular, but it did do its rounds for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I think both of those are just so underrated and like such good books for anyone to read.
Yeah, The Measure was definitely the Measure was our midnight library last year.
100%. And Poppy Fields is not as intense like that. It's more about like grief and stuff. And it is a little more specific. Like there are specific instances that the characters have revolving around grief, whereas like Midnight Library and The Measure were more broad. So like anyone could find their story in there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I definitely feel like this is still such a good read that people are not talking about. What a shame.
Right?
We're here to spread the word.
Truly.
If you're still here after. Okay. Now, what are... Obviously, this list is going to expand and change. But off the top, what are your most anticipated reads for 2026?
I did like kind of like a top 3.
Me too.
So my first was And Now Back to You by B.K. Borison, which is the follow-up to First Time Caller. So
what is it, the Heartstrings number 2 or something? Heartstrings.
Yeah. So I'm really excited for that one. And it's getting a lot of like good reviews. Like other readers who did like arcs and stuff.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Are saying like it's really, really good. So I'm really excited. The Knave and what is it? The Knave and the Moon, which is the second in the duology for Rachel Billig. So I did like The Night and the Moth, so now it's The Knave and the Moon.
What is a knave?
I don't know.
Okay.
Something in fantasy world, I'm sure.
Okay, that's fine. I just want to make sure this is not a thing that I'm supposed to know. Okay.
No, because I don't even think they talk about knaves in the book, so like the first one, so I don't know. I will find out, I'm sure.
Well, hopefully you find out when you read this, because if not, then we have an issue.
I know. And then, of course, Our Perfect Storm by Carly Fortune.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So if Carly writes it, I'm reading it, and it's going to be in a really anticipated read.
Mm-hmm. I do love her titles.
Mm-hmm.
They just like get you going. You know what I mean?
I know. Yeah.
Could be a Lifetime movie, could be an HBO series, could go either way.
And I'm excited because I think that series should maybe hopefully come out next year, the Every Summer After TV series.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I'm hoping.
I know. It's like I try not to get my hopes up until they literally release a trailer, but
yeah, seriously.
You never know.
No, you don't.
Okay, my most anticipated are Matt Haig has a book coming out, The Midnight Train.
Yes, I'm excited for that one too.
Yeah, and I read the description for it, and it sounds right up our alley. So that one sounds good. That comes out in May. And then CJ Lead, who wrote Mayfly, and then another book I love this year, American Rapture, has a book coming out in June called Headlights.
Okay.
So I'm super excited for that. And then Chuck Tingle has a book coming out in July, and it's called Fabulous Bodies. I have to show you the book cover. Can you see that?
No, but I will look it up. I'll look it up. Hold on. Fabulous Bodies, it's called?
Yeah, by Chuck Tingle. It's like the glasses with the water and the blood.
Oh, I like that.
And it says never meet your heroes.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm going to like this for sure.
Nice.
So I'm super excited for that. And then I know that we already talked about Ashley Winstead's book comes out in January.
Yeah.
Rachel Harrison has a new one coming out next year.
There's a lot that are definitely coming out that like I'm looking forward to for sure.
Mm-hmm. And it's so hard because like, who knows what's going to come out next September, October, November.
I know. Like I already know a couple, authors are like teasing books that are coming out. So I'm sure there's going to be a bunch.
I will say, I hope that Riley Sager relaxes for a little bit.
Yeah.
Does he have another one coming out? No,
Yeah.
the one that we were waiting for was with A Vengeance, because that was the train one.
But he has another one coming out.
Sir, I can't keep defending you if the the past two I did not like.
No.
That's like that was going to be one of my most overrated, was With a Vengeance, but I haven't really seen people talking about it, to be honest.
Oh, so I'm sorry, I'm briefly looking up Chuck Tingle. So no one knows what he looks like?
No, he just wears a bag over his head. I'm not sure why. It's kind of weird. Huh. And he used to write romance.
Yeah, I see that.
Like Fabio style romance.
He also did Monster Erotica.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, one is called I Have No Butt and I Must Pound.
I'm sorry. What?
He has a book that came out this year, a romance novella that is called This Lesbian Hot Dog Gets Me Off. Also, she is a doctor. Also, she is vegan.
Don't tell me this.
He wrote Harry Potter parody.
He's like freaking Weird Al Yankovic, but like as an author.
Oh, compilations from 2016. Space Raptor Butt Trilogy.
Not the butt trilogy. Can you tell me the other one again? I Have No Butt and I Must Pound? What?
Yeah, there's also a lot of his titles have the word butt in them.
He likes butts.
He obviously likes butts.
I feel like I put off reading Chuck Tingle because of some of this shit.
2016, Pokey Butt Go, pounded by a mall.
Wait, are these actual pornos?
Yes! I'm looking at his Wikipedia page.
Oh my god, what's he doing?
He has hundreds of works. The Dinosaur Erotica, that's
Dinosaur Erotica.
That's fun. All right.
Listen, I'm going to stick to the horror stuff, okay? And it's funny because all the horror ones that I've read are queer horror, but none of them have like sex in them.
No, I like that he's so like he's not just like a one genre kind of guy.
I mean, maybe he should be. That seems a little extreme. Dinosaur Erotica. Oof.
Pokey Butt Go, pounded by a mall.
I mean, you got to give it to him.
I got to give it to him.
That's pretty inventive.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like he should have like a slightly different name, like Alessandra Tori, who does like AR Tori, you know?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But okay, you do you, Chuck Tingle. I would never recognize you in the wild unless you had a pink
and that's
bag
like
over
also
your
like
head.
that's like a pseudonym name too, so no one knows his actual name.
It's
kind of like a Riley Sager. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's so much kinkier.
Uh-huh.
Okay. I'm disturbed. All right. Anything else that you want to talk about on our year-end wrap-up?
No, I mean, it's been a year, and I'm very much looking forward to a new one. So, Happy New Year.
Seriously. And we do have a lot of new listeners this year. So thank you to everyone who listens and supports us. Interact with us. Comment on our episodes. Email us. We want to know what you want to listen to because we have so many different genres that we cover. And we're just picking randomly. So
literally,
if you have books you want us to cover or things we should talk about, suggestions, let us know.
Yes, let us know.
Let us know we're not speaking into the void.
I know we're not, so that's fun.
Heather knows we're not because Heather looks at our analytics. I just show up to record and hope that someone's listening. Anyway, okay. Yes, thank you all. Like we said on our last episode, we are not making promises for 2026 and we are not having expectations.
No, I can't because expectations make you feel like a failure if they don't go as to how you hoped.
So let's go into 2026 quietly. Don't make any sudden movements. Things are perilous enough as it is.
Preach.
Okay. That's all we have for this year.
Because it wasn't a lot.
That is all we have for this year.
We didn't go off on many, many tangents every episode.
We should just, next time, have a list of our main topics that we've branched off into. Mm-hmm. Most of them probably stem from feminism and the patriarchy. Anyway, 100%. So that's all we have for you in 2025. If you like what you heard, please make sure to follow, subscribe, and rate and review the podcast on whatever platform you're using. If you have any book recommendations or questions for us, you can email us at fullybookedcalfpod@gmail.com. Also, be sure to follow us on TikTok and Instagram at fullybookedcalfpod to see our upcoming reads. Thanks for checking us out. And remember,
if you need us, we're fully booked.
Bye.
Bye.